Hello there, my dear YouTube friends. So in this video, we'll be looking at how are we able to make this animated iPhone 14 Pro animation here. As you can see here, and I would like to, before I would like to, proceed into the content, I would like to thank Marina Budarina just so that you are able to present to us like all these cool designs that can be used over Figma. And yeah, that's a huge thankful to you because you are the reason I've been making this video. And and let's proceed to into making this iPhone 14 Pro's new animation that can be found in the new iOS. So as you can see here, there is a new way of actually new interface that has been implemented into iPhone 14 Pro's iOS. So as you can see, there's a new like whenever when there's you received a call, you will be receiving as like this kind of design here, and this design is actually really new and really easy. At the same easy like how in terms of how simple and clean it is, how neat it is, and that way we are able to learn a lot from this particular iOS and iOS 14's a new animation. So I would like to teach you on how are we able to make something like this in Figma, and that's the whole idea of this particular video is going to be all about. So let's hit to Figma right here, and as you can see here, I have just made some simple yet really yeah, it's really simple. By the way, all I need to do is just come up with a frame like this, and then I just need to find for a background image like this. And I also need to make a rectangle that can be used. It can be taken from this particular tool here. This particular tool here. So all I need to do is just go and find a rectangle and make the. And of course, the next thing would be just to make the make this particular rectangle's border to be set to max. In this case, I put 1000 radius. So that's the max. You can go even 100 is sometimes happen to be a max here. Just make sure your border is max here, and of course I just put some random pixel image here, and also the name of the person and some the what kind of phone are they using, and also the call and dial up and dial like cut uh, and the call buttons here. And this is the second screen here, second frame here. I just did the same thing, and except this part just made another new simple a smaller rectangle with some the max radius to be 100 in this case, and then I put the dial up green color, the number, the note, and this is the voice note here. So as you can see, this is some very simple, can be done very instantly here. So the next thing that I would like to show is the main thing that we have, the main reason why we are making this video is to make the smart animation that we have seen just now, which is just like this, something like this here. So how are we able to do that? Is that we need to make sure we are able to we need to go to this particular prototype yeah, let me just, before going to prototype here, let me just make all of this in a particular group here. So as you can see here, all this whole thing is actually a one group called group 6 here, and this particular component is called group 6 here as well. So as you can see, all of this are actually supposed to be in a separate groups to not to make sure to allow best result. So now let's move on to prototype here. As you can see, this is thing called prototype. So let me just zoom it for you, and just you'll find prototype just beside your design tab here. You need to click on prototype here, and you will find all of these options here on which particular device that you would like to show your prototype. For example, in this case I have chosen iPhone 13 Pro Max, and model is and then the next rest of things just some random, not so important. And just make sure you have chosen prototype here. Let's go back, and what you need to do is that once you have chosen prototype, you'll be able to do have like an extra and unique feature where you can actually have this thing called pin here, where you can actually drag this, and you can actually uh, like leave it to a particular screen close by. So what happens here, when we click on this component or group here, it should go to this screen, and that's the basic idea. But I don't want to I don't want to press this here, but I'll just make it like this. And let's say the what I like to do here, let's say if I press on this let me just Let me just make this a group here. Let me just make this a group selection. Okay, let's go to prototype here. So whenever I click on this particular button here, I would like to go to this particular screen's UI, where it will animate, and it will just show that this particular like you're actually talking to someone when you actually hit the green button here. So that's the idea of this particular animation. So how will I be able to achieve this is I need to go to once I click here, I need to click on this flow, this line here, and make sure you go to this particular interaction details here. So let's say if I click on that particular button, I should navigate to iPhone 13. Okay, that's the basic navigation here. That should be just fine like this. The next thing is animation here. So animation is what we're gonna work on most of the time. So let's go and click on instant. I don't want it to instantly go to that page here, but I would like to make it a smart animate like this. Okay, so smart animate is basically like a new way of actually animating your designs between pages. And the next thing is I've set this already set this to custom sprint here, so it will be the most bottom of this option here. Okay, once we have set this custom smart animate to custom, the next thing is this is the timing on how long it should take. In this case, I'll have to give like around like 800 will do, and I would like to also give more stiffness so that it will be very professional. So stiffness and mix with this particular time, how should you take it should work right now. And let's go and give some test here. So how are we able to view this particular flow efforts is that we need to click on this button, which is a play button here. So just need to click on this here, and it actually goes to a page of just to see your prototype, how will it look like once you have set all the animation to be ready. So that's the idea. So in this case, our flow is flow 2 here. So we need to click on flow 2 here, and there you go. So I would like to go to this particular screen. Whenever I click on this green, the call button, accept button. So once I click on here, and there you go, it went to this particular here. And let's see if I just for your purpose, just for this designing purposes, I would also like to go to this particular screen here. Whenever I click on this, it should go back here. So in this case, I'll have to go and do the same thing. Yeah, so you can see all of it having the same. Whenever I click on this particular screen, this is just to go back to the same page, and there you go. So right now you are able to go back and front, and like this and like that. Okay, so that's how smart animation can be used in your prototyping, in your UI UX project. So that's how you are able to make use of this particular videos contents all about. And thank you guys for watching. That's the end of it. And I would like to also like show more on this kind of animation, and I would like to explore more. And I will just like walk you guys through on how I will be able to do something like this. And thank you guys for watching till the end, and hope we'll be meeting our next video. Thank